himself like that, but he would have the same heart, the same work ethic, the same desire to get better every single fight. You see the respect.
This and get a huge win over Pac. I mean, that would send shockwaves around the wrestling world.
Impressive from Pac. You may not like the way he goes about it, but you can't deny how effective.
Because now Maxted has the advantage. Whips Dawkins into those turnbuckles hard. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Press ups. How someone with such little experience can be so arrogant is beyond me. But he's aligned himself with the right people. And a press up choke.
Or some yogurt or something, and now I'm convinced that's what it was. Don't get me wrong, it wouldn't have turned me into, like, I'm not gonna like Triple H circa 2001 all of a sudden, but I do think a lot of it, I remember I was so uncomfortable walking out there, but hey ho man, apparently 70% of people can become lactose intolerant from nowhere in adult, and I may have just fallen into that category, which sucks, but I've got my lactase pill, I've got a blah blah blah, but anyway, I've got a video going for that, I don't want to say too much. There's his big drop kick. I was happy with the way I sold that, I can't lie. Sometimes I sell drop kicks and it looks like I fell over like a tree. That one I actually thought, oh, there's a nice little ping on it. Again, it helps that it's Maxted. He delivers such a good drop kick, and he's just really good. He just is. Big old clothesline, which I tell you, man, you may not think stuff like this hurts. I tell you, they ain't fun. Not in a bad way. Just like, you know, somehow the crowd was really into it, though, which was cool. And it was a hard night in the sense that I understand why we had to do it. There was just no time to take the cage down and then set it up again. So we had to do a whole night of steel cage like TNA used to do with Lockdown. But it just meant that every single steel cage had to be different. And I do genuinely believe that they pulled it off. Again, you can go on their streaming services in the description down there, and you can check it out for yourself. It's only a few pounds. It's really, really cheap. But I really do think that they nailed that. And it was a hard thing to pull off. And this is the best thing about the cage too. Anytime you're on the top rope or doing anything, it's not worrisome, but it's quite hard because you're wibbly wobbly. But you can just hold on to the cage. I was like, this is fantastic. Although I was so disappointed in this. I promised myself I wasn't going to do it, and I let myself down, which happens. So I fight Maxted off. So I'm going to do a top rope shoulder tackle. Usually I do a second rope shoulder tackle as like a hope spot. But today I was like, no, I'm going to do a top rope. It'll be okay because I can, you know, balance myself up there. And then I landed on my knees. Don't land on your knees. You've got to land flat. And so I wussed out of that one, which annoyed me a lot.
Tactically, this makes it very interesting for Maxted. If he can match him for strength, it changes the shape of this fight immediately. There you go. That's the difference we talked about. That's the 60-pound difference.
And Maxted came running in there at speed, right into a brick wall. It ain't going to be nice. Watch out!
The power from Big Damo, shrugging Maxted off one-handed. Oh, nobody home. Oh, big cross body and a huge impact. That might even be it.
And right now, Big Damo needs to watch out.
He takes 5. Eats the drop kick. Maxted catches all of it. Maxted measures him. Springboard dropkick connects. That's 2 in a row.
Oh, Angus. Onslaught from Pac.
Once again, ascending to that top rope. Oh. Maxted tries to close him down.
Why don't we do kind of like a springboard suplex off the middle of the rope? And I was like, okay, and we did it. I was quite happy with that. I think that's all right.